Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Thai Adventures. In the previous episode, my daughter Ivy and I embarked on a 10,000 mile journey spanning 3 flights and lots of uncomfortable tossing and turning until reaching our destination Koh Samui in Thailand and literally being knocked out by the humidity and heat. In this episode, episode 2, we get straight down to business with no respite by checking into our hotel, dipping our feet into the pool, visiting the world-renowned Lamai Beach and seeing how warm the sea really is. Ivy then has her nails done whilst I have a massage, and then, almost unable to stay awake, we head to one of Koh Samui's trendiest night spots, Cocotams, for a bite to eat unlike anything I've eaten before. This is my daughter Ivy. My name's David, but you can call me Ivy's dad. Come and join us on this adventure of a lifetime. First review of the Weekender Resort. This is our first impression, first walkthrough. I gotta say, it's not a 5-star luxury hotel, but believe me, for the money that we're paying, and if you show a little bit of love and respect, this place is absolutely lovely. So glad to see people here. Just take it in for a moment. Oh, you're good. You're right. Thanks. We have come a long way to do this. Good stuff. One thing I want to say to you, Ivy, mate, we've gone a long way. We worked hard to do this. So go on then, in you go. There you go. It's recording. Touch the screen if you don't see it.
Okay, if I get it wet, will it break?
It's fine. It's a GoPro. We have to do it. That's what they do.
Can I?
Pardon? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Underwater?
fine. It's scary. I've got to be careful I don't put my bullet in. Yep, you can go underwater. Go on, first test underwater. Here we go.
Guys, it's really scary.
So as a little side note to this sort of project where we talk about Thailand, I also want to talk about some of the things that we bought that were good for the holiday and some things that weren't so good for the holiday. But here I want to talk about the GoPro, because ultimately I took 3 cameras with me. I got an iPhone 13 Pro Max, which the majority of this video is filmed on, and it was absolutely beautiful. We bought a Mavic, or I borrowed a friend's Mavic Air 2 drone, which we really didn't use that much. The shots look amazing, but with Thailand you do need to have a license to fly a drone. I wasn't aware of that until halfway through the vacation. But this GoPro, these shots that you see now, all this underwater stuff, the stuff where we're on the jet skis, the slow motion, we give the GoPro a 10 out of 10. I think it costs about £280, about sort of $350 to buy the basic camera. We then need some batteries, and it comes in at about £500 for the full basic setup. And I just want to say, it added a whole new dimension to sort of fun. We were vlogging with it all the time. So a lot of this footage that you see with the GoPro, just want to give a 10 out of 10 rating to the GoPro. It has always been about you. Never been a tip except for 2. You never care a little bit, not much. So now I'm gonna make a fuss. After spending some much needed time in the pool, which was the perfect antidote to the discomfort we experienced in the day and a half of travelling, we decided to take our first look at the world famous Lamai Beach. Okay, well this is our first walk down to the beach. We've just been in the pool and we're wet and it's warm, and you realise just how different tropical sort of feels. The massage people, now bear in mind this place has been like derelict for 2 years, and that's why I was quite determined not to cancel the place, and I thought no, I'm gonna stick with what we've got. There's jet skis there which we will definitely be hitting, but not today. But Lamai Beach is back, but seeing it from what other people said and seeing the videos where it's just been empty, derelict. This is the first Saturday of the summer holidays, and as they said, is it cold? What? That's not cold. Ivy. Oh. Let's pop our stuff down. We spent a little longer at the beach and then decided to take a walk outside of the hotel into Lamai. And the first shop we saw directly across from the hotel was a nail salon. Ivy had wanted to get her nails done as a top priority, so without delay she jumped in the hot seat. She tells me that she had neon pink acrylic nails with white thumbs and patterned ring fingers. She paid 1,000 baht, about £22.60, and the service took 3 hours. In the UK, the same service would cost around £30 to £37. Whilst Ivy had her nails done, I was talked into my first Thai massage, and for just 350 baht, about £8, I was bent and prodded, jabbed and jolted to the point of falling asleep. And it was sort of around this time when it started to sink in, the overall value for money. Ivy had her nails done for 3 hours with 2 ladies looking after her. I sort of knew that these ladies now knew Ivy, and every single time we walked past that shop they said hello. It felt cool and comfortable, but more so reassuring and friendly.
They're really nice, I love them. But it's our first night, actually. It was the first day in Thailand, and we're gonna go out for dinner. It's this place called CoCo Tam, I think. I don't know anything about it, so I'm very excited of what's going to be there.
This journey to CoCo Tams is significant for a few reasons. First and foremost, Ivy and I should have relaxed. We hadn't taken a break since the flights. We'd been in the pool, in the sea, Ivy had had her nails done, I've had a massage, we'd showered, and now we were heading straight out. Really, retrospectively, we should have just stayed in Lamai, but I was caught up in the moment. Secondly, this is the first time that we met our local cab drivers, Oz and Mao. We were never quite sure exactly how to pronounce their names, but they become a main part of our holiday, and they were a lovely couple who became like our main cab drivers. Thirdly, the distance on a map from Lamai to Fisherman's village doesn't look too far, but when you're driving at about 7 PM on a Saturday night, it's a long journey. It took about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and as soon as Ivy and I sat down in the cab, we were falling asleep. And whilst I was enjoying myself, overall, I definitely started to feel a bit run down. Well, here we go. Have to walk through some, it's sad that there's places that have closed down because of COVID, and then some places that are just heaving in, overbooked, fully booked. So let's go and do our first night in Thailand. We're both falling asleep in the back of the cab. We are that tired. How you feeling, Ive? CoCo Tams was next level bliss. It was absolutely lovely, but Ivy and I were simply not ready for it on this night. Furthermore, it looked like a storm was coming in, so we ordered some side dishes and then we had to move indoors. And when we moved indoors, I made a decision that could possibly have a very big impact on the next few days of my holiday, because I ordered a large seafood pizza. The storm didn't materialise, the food was good. Ivy and I went for a really nice walk through Fisherman's village, which is absolutely lovely. I then let Ivy raid the 7-Eleven so that she can make one of her own YouTube videos testing out different sweets in Thailand. We then caught a Song Thaus back to the hotel. From what I can gather, a Song Thaus is a community-driven taxi kind of project. So you can sit in the back of one of these vans at a heavily discounted rate than what you would spend in a taxi.
It's quite scary. Because there's nothing behind us.
And finally, we slept. And it was a great night's sleep. But I remember waking up, looking out of the window and seeing the most beautiful sunrise, but just almost feeling unable to get up and enjoy it. I did get up an hour later and I went for a walk down to the beach and flew the drone for the first time. But I knew I wasn't feeling great. What a day. This is just mind-blowingly beautiful and so hot. I wasn't sure if I should put sun cream on at 7:30 in the morning. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna fly a drone. Look at this. Incredible.
So today is our first full day in Thailand, and we had a really good sleep last night, and we're just going to go down for breakfast, and apparently it's really hot in here, no, hot outside because we've got loads of air conditioning on, but I don't know if it's true or not. So our room is a mess, and we're going to go down to get breakfast, and then we're probably definitely going to go in the pool. So yeah, bye guys. We got our swimming stuff and stuff on underneath.
And it's around here where things start to get a bit hazy. I remember eating the eggs for breakfast and wondering if they had been left outside for too long, but I saw other people eating them and seemingly they were all okay. I remember thinking I should perhaps get into the pool and try and refresh myself, but I definitely wasn't feeling great, and I was becoming annoyed that it was our first full day in Thailand and clearly I was ill. However, I had no idea how ill I would be within the next day or so. But Ivy and I went for some ice cream, we went and sat on Lamai Beach in the shade, and then I decided to resist the urge to lay down, to make the day count and to go jet skiing. We are going to do some jet skiing. Let's go.
Hi guys, recently this is the first time in my whole entire life that I've done jet skiing, but I'm walking into the sea because the sand literally burns the feet. I'm not joking, it like burns. So yeah, look, see, it's like boiling hot. It's so nice. My dad is just there. But you don't have to stand in the sea. Millennium. Look at my they turned off.
Okay, we're buckling up. We've just been told that these jet skis go 160 kilometres an hour. Okay, I've got everything. Can you buckle me up there, Ive? That's it. Just give it a good pull. Push it in. Maybe you can do it. Thank you. So he's going to wave that when it's our time up, all right, Ive? He's going to wave it to us, yeah. So we've got to keep an eye out for it. Let's go. Oh. Ivy. Beautiful. Okay, Ive, your job's a GoPro to start with. Put it on your wrist. Check we've got nothing in our pockets. I was feeling really quite ill, but I was determined not to let it show. But I noticed even when I had to climb onto the jet ski, at my age of 51 years old, it wasn't as easy as I remembered it to be. But I can't deny, we had a great time jet skiing. As a dad, all you really want in your life is for your daughter or your children to know that they can do whatever they want to do and they can be whoever they want to be. Well, that's certainly how I feel. And I wanted to do the jet skiing as much as I wanted to do it for myself. I wanted Ivy to learn how to ride the jet skis, how to enjoy it. I can't deny it wasn't as easy as I remember it being. We reached a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour, which seemed a hell of a lot faster when you've got the spray of the sea hitting you in the face, but it was a super refreshing kind of feeling. And it cost 1,000 baht for 20 minutes. So that's about £22.50 for 20 minutes. So you're looking at just over £1 a minute. And to me, that was money really well spent. We did jet skiing a few times over our holiday, and it was a progressive thing. We got better and better every single time that we did it, and we loved it. And that was that. The fun was short-lived and definitely over. I sat down and Ivy wanted to order some lunch. I got a mocktail mojito, which is one of my favourite drinks in the world. Ivy ordered a chicken curry and a pad thai, which was ridiculously good value. The whole order came in at around £5 or £6. But as soon as I had one mouthful of the pad thai, I said to Ivy, I'm ill and I need to go and lay down. We agreed that she could hang around the hotel complex on her own, and she was more than happy to spend the afternoon by the pool ordering herself chicken satay skewers. And she was allowed to go over the road to my salon and tell the ladies that her dad was ill and that she was going to have her hair braided, which we knew would take a few hours to get done. She went to a restaurant over the road, and this summed up Lamai for me. I didn't have a doubt in my mind that Ivy wasn't entirely safe. As she said herself, it's like the place is kid-friendly, and that's exactly how we felt. all these people that we'd started to meet, the cab driver and his wife, the ladies in the salon, the staff in the weekender resort, I knew that they would have their eye on Ivy and that she was safe. And to me, as a parent who's ill in bed, that's priceless. And I was able to sleep. I did get up every couple of hours and try and spend a few minutes with Ivy, but ultimately I was able to sleep. I did some research online and I saw that people were saying you need to take activated charcoal. So Ivy was able to go to the pharmacy for me. She bought some activated charcoal. I took 2 tablets of that and it was like I knew instantly this is going to make me better. And 2 hours later I woke up, Ivy was down in the pool. I don't want to be too gross, but I projectile vomited 3 times and I was dancing with the devil for a few moments. I really was in that tropical illness kind of place, but I knew I had to let my body reject whatever it was rejecting, whether that was the seafood pizza from CoCo Tams or whether it was the breakfast from the weekender resort. I will never know. But whatever it was, my body needed to reject it. And I projectile vomited 3 times and it was like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders and I knew that I was on a road to recovery. It still took a few days for me to really get better, but I knew straight away I'm over the worst. And that was that. So then I was able to spend some time with Ivy. Join us in episode 3 when we finally get out and about in Lamai and venture a little further around Koh Samui to Crystal Bay and one of the most idyllic shopping malls you can ever imagine, Central Samui. Thanks for watching. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel. You've been watching Ivy's Dad. Until next time, peace.